10 MCU villains whose ultimate form was too powerful for the movies. Number 10. MCU's Green Goblin became Ghost Goblin. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin first showed up in Sam Raimi's 2002 Spider-Man movie, and he came back in the MCU's Spider-Man No Way Home with an unforgettable performance. Still, even with all his movie appearances, he was just a super strong guy with a dangerous flying glider. In the comics, there's an even scarier version called the Ghost Goblin, and that version wouldn't even think the movie Norman Osborn was worth his time. Ghost Goblin first appeared in Free Comic Book Day 2021, Avengers/Hulk #1, created by Jason Aaron and Iban Coelho. He's part of a team called the Multiversal Masters of Evil, villains who travel to different worlds, destroy them, and take revenge on alternate versions of the Avengers. In his world, Norman Osborn became so powerful that he could control creepy monster creatures and take the spirit of vengeance, Ghost Rider's power. After that, he went from world to world hunting other Ghost Riders, cutting off their heads and using them as exploding skull bombs. It's an awesome but way too dark story for the MCU right now. There's also the Green Goblin from Marvel's Ultimate Universe. He's not as powerful as the Ghost Goblin, but he completely changed what people thought of the character. Number 9. MCU's General Ross became the Red Hulk Ghost Rider. General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross first showed up in 2008's The Incredible Hulk and has appeared a few times since. There's even talk that the new actor, Harrison Ford, will play the Red Hulk in the upcoming Captain America: Brave New World. But even Red Hulk can't compare to the version of Ross from the Circle of Four storyline in Venom, written by Rick Remender, Tony Moore, and others. In that story, X-23, Venom, Ghost Rider, and Red Hulk team up to fight Blackheart, one of Marvel's most powerful demons. To stand a chance, the four heroes combine their powers, turning Ross into a giant Red Hulk with the Venom symbiote and Ghost Rider's spirit of vengeance. This gave him Hulk-level strength, fiery supernatural powers, and alien shape-shifting abilities. He even had a penance punch, a smash so strong it made enemies feel all the pain they had caused others. It's an epic mix of powers, but probably way too complicated for the movies. Number 8. MCU's Eric Killmonger became King Killmonger. The Ghost Goblin's teammate in the multiversal Masters of Evil is King Killmonger, a powerful version of Black Panther's enemy. In his world, he conquered Asgard and took the legendary destroyer armor for himself. He also carries a vibranium axe called Stormslayer. The armor can also release huge blasts of energy through glowing scars on his body, and he adds a new scar every time he kills a Thor from another reality. Number 7. MCU's Malekith became the Thor Butcher. In the MCU, Malekith from Thor: The Dark World, played by Christopher Eccleston, was one of the most forgettable villains. The movie made him a serious, stone-faced warlord, which was very different from the comics, where he's a sneaky, evil trickster who actually enjoys causing trouble. In the comics, especially in War of the Realms by Jason Aaron and Russell Dodderman, Malekith is way more dangerous. He cuts off Thor's arm. His biggest upgrade comes when he creates something called Svartalf Venom. Using dark magic, Malekith takes control of the Venom symbiote, taps into its link to the King in Black, and summons All Black the Necro Sword, the same god-killing weapon Gore the God Butcher once used. This turns him into the Thor Butcher, so strong that it takes 4 different Thors to finally beat him: young Odinson, future King Thor, Jane Foster's Thor, and the modern Thor, who reforges Mjolnir to land the final blow. Sadly, because of his weak MCU debut, we'll probably never see this epic version of Malekith in the movies. Number 6. MCU's MODOK became Mythos. In the MCU, MODOK, played by Corey Stoll, is the final form of Darren Cross, but in the comics, he's a completely different character. There, MODOK is the leader of Advanced Idea Mechanics and one of Marvel's most dangerous villains. Even though he looks kind of silly, he's a super smart genius with no morals, inventing deadly weapons and even creating powerful allies like the Red Hulk. But his most powerful form appears in Thor Annual #1. MODOK gains the power of the Shattered Bifrost, the magical Asgardian Rainbow Bridge. With it, he rewrites reality and transforms into a giant being called Mythos. As Mythos, he fights Thor in New York and actually hurts him worse than most enemies ever have. Thor eventually takes the power back and fixes reality. But for a short time, Mythos ruled all 10 realms as a god he made himself. Number 5. MCU's Red Skull became Red Onslaught. In the MCU, Red Skull got a surprisingly good ending, even though Hugo Weaving didn't come back to play him. Instead of dying, he became the immortal guardian of Vormir. But in the comics, nothing stays the same for long. After a bunch of complicated comebacks, Johann Schmidt became something far more dangerous: the Red Onslaught in X-Men comics. The first Onslaught was a super powerful being created when the darkest parts of Professor X and Magneto's minds merged. After Professor X died, Red Skull stole his brain and gave himself telepathic powers. Later, he tricked Magneto into killing him in anger, which completed the transformation into the new Red Onslaught. As Red Onslaught, he had massive psychic powers and huge black tentacles made of pure darkness. In the Axis event by Rick Remender, Adam Kubert, and others, it was revealed that he used his mind control to make Tony Stark build 2 giant adamantium sentinels designed to exploit every weakness the Avengers and X-Men had. Magneto had to gather an army of villains just to take him down. During his time as Red Onslaught, Red Skull was basically unstoppable, spreading hatred across the entire planet like a cosmic disease. Number 4. MCU's Ultron became All-Father Ultron. When Ant-Man tried to trap Ultron forever, he accidentally sent him 400 years into the future. In Avengers Ultron Forever number 1 by Al Ewing and Alan Davis, the Avengers travel to that time and find out Ultron has used time travel to learn magic, conquer humanity, and even steal Odin's All-Father powers. Now basically a god, Ultron built his own team of Avengers modeled after his old enemies and ruled the world as its ultimate leader, until the modern-day Avengers and Doctor Doom challenged him. Thor just pushed him outside reality by teaming up with his future self, both wielding their own Mjolnirs. He even made a son named Victor Shade, who turned against him and joined the Avengers. But in the MCU, where villains usually only appear once, it's pretty unlikely we'll ever see Ultron replace Odin. Number 3. MCU's Kang the Conqueror became Kang the Time Eater. In Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Jonathan Majors plays Kang, a master of different realities. But in the comics, he's even more dangerous. He's the ultimate ruler of time. In Exiles Volume 3 by Saladin Ahmed and Javier Rodriguez, there's an alternate version called Kang the Time Eater. In his world, he beat every strong opponent, killed Galactus, and stole the power cosmic. Normally, Kang doesn't have any special powers, but as the Time Eater, he could consume the very foundation of reality itself, planning to literally become the multiverse. He was such a huge threat that an endless army of heroes joined forces to stop him, and even then, he almost won. Number 2. MCU's Adam Warlock became the Living Tribunal. The Living Tribunal is Marvel's second most powerful being, in charge of all cosmic laws and keeping even beings like Galactus and Eternity in check. He works for the One Above All and is part of Marvel's Universal Abstracts, but when the original Living Tribunal was killed by the Beyonders, someone had to replace him. In the MCU, Adam Warlock, played by Will Poulter in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, is shown as a clumsy superhuman still figuring things out. But in the comics, he's one of the smartest and most powerful heroes, fighting to protect reality itself. In Thanos: The Infinity Revelation by Jim Starlin, a battle between Thanos and Adam Warlock destroys their universe. Adam asks the One Above All to fix it, and the Supreme Being agrees, on one condition. Adam must give up his identity and become the new Living Tribunal. Being the hero he is, Adam accepts, turning into a multiversal god. It's an epic story, but so far the MCU hasn't shown any interest in exploring powers on that level. Number 1. MCU's Thanos became Eternity. In Thanos: The Infinity Conflict by Jim Starlin and Alan Davis, Thanos gets his hands on a powerful artifact called the Astral Regulator. With it, Thanos absorbs all of Marvel's Universal Abstracts. He first takes the powers and role of death, then absorbs Galactus, Lord Chaos, and others. He even wears the Infinity Stones just for decoration. In the end, Thanos becomes Eternity itself, meaning he is the entire universe. But even after conquering all of existence, Thanos still feels empty. Luckily, Star Fox, Kang, and an alternate version of Thanos work together to rewrite time, so this all-powerful Thanos never truly exists. It's doubtful the MCU will ever show villains this extreme, but in the comics, they pushed the Avengers and other heroes to their absolute limits, proving why fans of the movies should check out the original stories to see the most powerful versions of their favorite bad guys.